Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon, everybody. This is take two of the Perspective Shifters on my personal page, not my business page. This is not the normal. Lots of tech issues today, and we are working around it. So we are going to be talking today with Lauren Kidd, who is a content creation specialist and automation guru for the busy mompreneur, which that's me. She is amazing. She's on the line. We're going to bring her on here shortly after I quit talking about her. She is an amazing entrepreneur. She is a busy mom like the rest of us. She does all kinds of making sure that things work. I'm going to send her an invitation here very shortly. But this is the Perspective Shifters live on my personal page. This is where we feature other amazing women across multiple platforms that do amazing things, and we focus on them, and we bring hot topics and really pain points to the forefront. Oh, you're upside down. Hi.
Okay, hold on. If our tech difficulties couldn't get any busier, huh?
I know. Hi, Shannon. How are you this afternoon? It's morning for you. It's morning for you, honey. Good morning. But this is, hi, girl. Get yourself settled. I'm going to continue talking about you.
Cool. Let's.
Cool. Yeah. So we talk about hot topics, things that we never bring up, things that kind of get shoved under the rug, but problems that still need to be solved here. And one of those is content. It's like the four-letter word, right? That nobody talks about. And I know it is, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you with us, Lauren. You own two different companies. You kinds of things. You have a young one under 2 years old and a busy household, like unlike anybody else out there that works from home. And how are and then we have to struggle with all these tech issues. Thanks for like hanging with us.
So strange.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've not had that many problems before, so today's my day.
But we made it work.
Yeah. So here we are. Hi.
Hi everyone. Hi Jerry. Hi Chap. Hi everybody.
Hi, thanks for hopping in. If you're in here, let us know you're here. Give us some hearts. Let us know that you're here and hanging out with us. And as we're rolling through and talking about our stuff today, yeah, like make sure you ask us questions and we'll kind of tackle them. Yeah, tackle them as we come across. So, so like let's just hit a little bit of your backstory a little bit for people. And like because you weren't always a work-at-home mom.
No, I have not. I actually was a hardworking government employee for a long while.
Yeah, hardworking government employee. Hi, Jenna. And that was so fulfilling, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not gonna lie, the paychecks are awesome, guys. So are the benefits. However, the long commutes and wanting to start a family and wanting to actually have a life, they weren't in the cards. So
yeah.
A switch. I had to decide that it was time to bite the bullet and go the entrepreneurial way to have that life that I wanted.
Yeah. So like you knew you had these skill sets, but did you know that other people wanted them?
No, I had no idea. And I won't lie, when I first decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Like you see people like Bill Gates and you see people like I don't even know, Oprah Winfrey, and they're rock stars in their business, and you're like, well, that's not possible. Only like a few people do that. But when you actually get into their stories and you really study not just who they are now, but who they were, they start out just like you and me. Anybody can achieve anything. You just have to be in the right mindset. You have to want to do it, and you have to want to work hard.
Oh my gosh, so true. And you know, like you and like me, you have to realize that you have a strength that not everybody has.
Right.
And like that's a lot of times it's like right there in front of you and you don't realize that not everybody else has the ability to do what you do. Now that's like an amazing accomplishment, and like you're busy and people like flock to you, right? And and that you have this skill set that's not something that every single one of us
that you just
has.
assume people already know, but technically they don't actually know it. They know bits and pieces of it, but they don't actually know how to implement it so that it can make them successful.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, it's when we actually like take the wall down and go, oh, cool. People need what I got.
Right. You're just
Yeah,
like mind blown.
I know. And it just kind of comes forward and it's so easy. Like when you quit selling yourself short
Hmm.
and you
Know your
stick your,
strengths, go after them, and know that no matter if the small group of people who are following you out now appreciate it or not, the people on the grand scheme of things, somebody's not going to know what you have. Somebody's going to learn. Somebody's going to take it and they're going to run with it, and it's going to forever change their life because you kept going.
oh my gosh, that's so true. Hey, you guys, if you're with us, I know there's a half a dozen people on with us. Make sure you give us some hearts. This content that we're going to be covering here in the next 30 minutes is huge. If you think your team, your coworkers, the people that work with you that are, you know, I know there's some network marketers on here with us. If this is stuff that you think that would help build your team, share this video. Share this video. It's like going to be amazing what we're going to be covering today, and I think it's going to be really beneficial to you. So hang with us as we go in here. So content. Hi, Rich. Hi, Amy. Thanks for being with us. So when did you figure out that that you had something that somebody else wanted, and it was called content? Like who named it? Who named it content? Like why aren't they just calling it writing words that people need to hear?
Because I think
Just
content
to
is just
sell your stuff.
shorter, just a shorter way to say you got to write stuff in order for people to like what you have in order to buy it. Because that's
Right?
just a mouthful.
Yeah.
Um, Honestly, I was in a completely different business. I was in a health and fitness business, which I loved, and I still kind of dabble in it, just as a side fun thing for me
Yeah.
because I just enjoy the health and fitness side. But I realized that whatever I was sharing, people were just eating up.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily that the business itself was propelling to exponential anythings. It was just that what I was sharing, other people, other teammates, other people in the organization were like, "That's really awesome. How did you come up with that?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. It just flows. I sit down, I write all this stuff out, and then bam, I have stuff. And I'm like, I really I did that for about 3 years, and again and again, people were like, I don't understand how just it just comes easily. You just talk and things flow, and then it just creates this. I'm like, how does that
Hmm.
happen? And then we found out, my husband and I found out that we were pregnant, and I was like, I just want to eat Cheetos. I don't want to eat my broccoli. I couldn't stand the smell of meats, grilled meats, any kind of meats. I couldn't look at raw meats. And I'm like, this is not going to be conducive for the health and fitness business.
Right?
If I'm sitting here and there are pictures of me on my Facebook page with a tub of Cheetos that my husband brought home. It's like the Sam's Club big, the little cheesy balls that they sell.
Yeah, the little balls.
Yeah, for $4.97. I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm like, yeah, best husband ever, husband of the year award. Yeah, no. So that was kind of like I should probably maybe figure out something other than health and fitness because let's be real. Eating Cheetos is not what you want to tell your clients to do.
Although we all love them.
Although we all love them and they're full of garbage, but you eat them anyway.
Full of garbage, right? Yeah, no joke.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I am against fast food, and I was a fast food pregnant woman. So I had to sit down one day and I'm talking to my business friend and I'm like, look, I'm not going to get anywhere during this entire next 9 months if I'm trying to sell health and fitness and eating Cheetos and, putting on all this extra weight because let's be real with what I'm eating, it's going to happen. So she's like, well, what do you really like doing? So I really love teaching because that was part of the health and fitness, not necessarily the selling the health and fitness that I enjoy, but I liked teaching people. I like teaching them how to eat properly. I like teaching them how to start new groups and how to grow their businesses. And I'm like, oh my gosh, aside from calling myself a business coach, I love teaching people how to start businesses. That was the aspect of my health and fitness business that I liked the most. It wasn't necessarily running the groups. It wasn't necessarily sharing the meals. It wasn't necessarily posting about, here's my workout. It was the teaching moms how they could, at that point, women, how they could take that 9 to 5 government workforce, corporate America job and leave it behind. That was my favorite part of it. And I was like, you know what? I know how to do this. I enjoy doing this. And here we are.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful when it like comes together and that like, it's like this massive collision in your brain and like fireworks go off and
exactly
the bell rings, right?
Over a box of Cheetos.
all with a box of Cheetos. Yeah. So let's like focus down on like why content creation is so uber essential to the functioning of your business,
Okay,
because
well,
that's your wheelhouse. Yeah. Like if you want to back up or whatever, do that, but let's like go
dive
there.
right in.
Yeah.
So, content separates you from your competition.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you share with your audience lets them know who you are, what you do, how you can help them. Your content lets your audience into your world. That helps them respect you as a business person. It helps them love you as a person. Your content helps your audience respects and determines if you want to be, if you're going to be that go-to person for them, whether it's oils, whether it's handbags, whether it's CEO life, whether it's starting the next computer business, whether it's whatever it is, whatever you're sharing is making you that go-to person. If you just kind of share mediocre things here and there, hey, look, here's just a quote. Quotes are great, fantastic. Everybody loves quotes. Sometimes you just need a motivational quote, but if that's all you share and you're like, okay, and I'm a business coach, well, what do you teach? Because all you
Yeah.
share are quotes. So if you want to be the expert in your field, you have to share what you know. And your content is what gets you there. What you're sharing, your content, is what people are seeing, what people are able to identify you and your business. If your audience sees you just sharing stock photos, so here's my product, here's the sales price. You know, everybody knows those people. Those are the people that you're just like, unfollow. That's all you share. And while I
Right.
respect the fact that they are in business, that's not every aspect of your business. Yes, you do sell products. Yes, you do sell programs. Yes, you do sell clothing or whatever it is, but it's how you sell it. It's how you're sharing it. It's how you're wording it so that people are drawn into you. And I love to use the example of Columbia. Everybody knows the brand Columbia, the rough and rugged shirts,
Yep.
the zip up jackets for the winter. I have two in my closet that I'll never wear again down here in sunny Florida. But I can't part with them because Columbia is such a great brand. Sure, they sell clothing, they sell outdoor wear, they sell ruggedness. But when you take a look at their sales pages or you take a look at their commercials or their ads or whatever, they're not simply saying, here's our latest jacket and it's $99 and you need to buy it. What they're doing is they're showing a family. They're showing a family and they're outdoors and they're hiking together and they're selling you that experience. Their clothing is part of that experience, but you're like, huh, well, I have a 2-year-old now, and in a year we might be able to go camping. And well, on those chilly nights on the beach when we're camping, he could use a Columbia zip up, and it's on sale right now. And even though he can't fit into it right now, I could get it now while it's on sale. They didn't sell me the jacket, they sold me the idea of something that I could use with my family. Or they sell the two men roughing it out in the woods and they're hiking and they're, you know what, we're going to do it. We're going to get these boots. They're on sale right now. They didn't sell you necessarily their item. They didn't just explain their price to you. They sold you the idea of what you could do with their product. I don't sell you content per se. I share with you what you can do with it, how it can expand your business. And then I sell you a package on how you can learn to create excessive amounts of content in a short period of time. I'm going to sell you the idea of how you can work 3/4, a whole bunch less than what you're already working now. If you just sit down for like 20 minutes and plan your content forever. So it's just essential. It's the foundation of your business. It's where you get your audience, where you capture your audience, and where they learn to love you, respect you, and want to work with you.
Love, respect, and want to work with you, people. That's what you're selling. That's what your content is. Are you picking up what she's laying down? It's not about selling the thing. It's about selling the
experience.
Sharing the experience, having the relationship, right? Like, and
Yes.
the experience, like selling the experience of that. So it's actually, content is actually part of selling. Yeah.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
you sell it.
It's how you sell it. I know. Yeah. So you just said that, like, taking 20 minutes to sit down and like plan forever. Why do you got to do, why
Well,
can't you just like shoot from the hip and, whatever inspires you in the morning in the shower, that's
Well,
what you
sometimes
can
it's
put out
great.
today.
I'm not gonna lie. There are lots of days where I'm just like, I am showering, I'm cooking the baby breakfast or something. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be amazing because here's
Right.
a learning experience and go, and that's fantastic. That is great, and I encourage people to go with those because they do want to see real life things. The other morning, I was making a smoothie, and the baby just it went everywhere. And I'm like, well,
Huh.
my morning schedule is shifted, but that is great for my business page because look, the busy mompreneur just can't stick to a rigid schedule. You have to be flexible. I spent an hour cleaning up the kitchen because the smoothie went everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
But I'm still in business. I still run a successful business. People still come to me with questions. And while I may not be able to be right there when you message me, I promise to get back to you. It's about
Yeah.
flexibility. But while that was a great piece of content to share for the mompreneur who's on the edge of her seat and not sure if she can really start a business, I don't always have those aha moments, and neither do you, because you're busy, and sometimes you're just like, crap, it's 2 o'clock, and I didn't share anything on my business page.
Right.
You're just like, well, and I can't do it right now because I'm running out the door to soccer practice.
Right.
Or I've got this next meeting and I'm literally walking in, and what do I do? Well, here's the thing. You have to plan content ahead for those reasons. You
Yeah.
are going to have those, oh my gosh, I forgot about the dentist appointment. And oh gosh, Johnny has a sleepover tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to have time to sit down and be creative because let's be real, I'm exhausted. The day was long. And so
Right. Talking our story. I don't know. There's a couple moms on here right now. I'm pretty sure that's lining right up with them.
You know what? It's not even moms that it relates to. It can be dads. It can be
Yeah.
the
No
CEO.
joke.
It could be Columbia's CEO. If we're gonna go back to my original example, I mean everybody gets busy. Mompreneurs especially. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna toot our own horns.
Right.
Insanely busy because not only do we juggle the house, we juggle the kids, we juggle our businesses, we juggle the house schedule, and the list goes on. And we cook and clean. So,
Right.
but you have all of these different platforms that you're on. All of these different platforms as a business owner. You have Facebook, you have blogs, you have Pinterest, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, Tumblr, Gmail, you name it. And you're expected to be creative on all of them. Here's the thing, you're not always going to be creative because life happens. So you have to sit down ahead of time and come up with, I call it like a bank of content. Like when you go to the bank, you can withdraw money because you got paid, and you withdraw it and you use it as you need it. It's the same thing with content. I have a bank of content for those days where I'm just not super creative, but I know I need to share because I need to be present. I need my audience to know that I'm there for them, even if I'm having an off day.
Yeah.
Because I still run a business. I still need to be there for them no matter what my personal life is giving me. So on those days where you're just not feeling it, you go to your bank and you're like, pull. I'm going to share this. This is great. This is a great nugget of truth because, like I said, you're not always going to be creative. You have to plan ahead in order to be there in the moment.
So when you say plan ahead, is that like you said sit down for 20 minutes and write stuff? Do you just like put it in a Word doc and so you can cut and paste it into your social media? Is that what you do? Can I just ask?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I personally use I think it's called iPages or Pages or whatever because I'm a Mac user.
Yeah.
So it's on my computer, it's on my tablet, it's on my phone. No matter where I am, I'm always going to have it. It's linked.
Yep.
I suggest for those who aren't Mac users, use Google Docs or Google Drive or
OneNote or Dropbox or Evernote, whatever. Yeah.
Evernote's another one. Wherever you can get it on all of your devices at all the time, because like I said, you could be running out the door to soccer practice or running out the door to your next meeting or wherever, and you could be like, crap, I didn't post. Well, it's okay. I can get in the car. I can make a real quick post because I have content ahead of time. Yeah. Or even if it's just a snippet or a word or something like that, it's going to spark something and you can just go to town and type because it's going to keep you present in front of your audience.
Yeah.
Which is the ultimate key.
Yeah. Do you suggest just once a day on your business page, or are you a multiple time a day suggester?
Honestly, it depends on the platforms. Every platform has a different feel. You can post on Pinterest 5 to 7 times a day. You can post on Facebook 3 to 5 times a day. You can post in your group 2 to 3 times a day. On your business page, really, honestly, any more with social media, I specifically say Facebook. Whatever you post at 9 in the morning, people who are checking their Facebook at 5 p.m. are not going to see it. So if you post 5-6 times a day, it doesn't matter. That one person is still only going to see one of your posts unless they go to your Facebook page and they actually are looking for something specific. Go to town with your postings is what I say.
Gotcha. I know there's a lot of different thoughts on that, but I think the same way as you. A lot of people that I know say post the same time every single day. And, you know,
you also get the feel of what your audience is looking for. My moms are getting up early before the kids. They want to see stuff before the kids wake up. They want to see stuff during nap time, and they want to see stuff after the kids have gone to bed. So for me, I have specific times where I know my audience is watching for stuff. Yep. Your audience might be, you know, 11 o'clock after their meetings, or your audience might be 5 o'clock on their drive home while they're in a commute. They're just scrolling. You know, it really depends on your audience and when they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a lot of it too, you know, for the people that are on watching, when do you check your stuff as a business person? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the people that are watching, like, are you a morning person? Well, then maybe for your business, that's when it's this perfect time for you to post then too. So yeah, just like Lauren was saying, that's, I think that's pretty key, you know, too, that your people are only going to see it once. It doesn't matter if you post 3 to 5 times a day.
Right.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. So the ahead is huge to cover those down times, those leg days, those, oh my gosh, I forgot days, the, oh crap, soccer practice days. Yeah. So then when you have it in one of your little spreadsheets or however you keep it, and you cut and paste it from there, is that, like, I know that you and I talked about automation. Is that your form of automation, that it's already there ready to go? Or do you have another thought on automation?
For me, it kind of goes hand in hand. I would say for automation itself, I would say use automation as a really good tool. So if you look at your calendar, and I know that the holidays are coming up. My mom is coming into town. Our landlord is coming into town because he's helping us get his house ready to sell his house. So I know there's going to be like a whole week right before Christmas where I'm just not going to have time to sit down. I already have content completely planned out for my entire month of December. I'll even show you. I sit down and I plan out ahead of time.
Look at that, people. Look at that.
I also have my personal calendar. I have my January calendar. I have notes on my thing. Whatever it is, I am not going to be caught with my pants down without content, because obviously I teach content. I should be on top of my content. But what I talk about when I talk about automation is I'm talking about scheduling your posts. I'm talking about if you know for a fact that you are going to forget, that week I am totally going to forget. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to be there.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to probably take the entire week off, other than maybe a midnight work session or an early morning work session. But I am not going to be able, between balancing my mom and balancing my landlord and whatever
Christmas and New Year's and a move, and I mean, let's just keep going. Throw a new puppy in there. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I'm working on potty training the toddler. What I'm talking about is going into your social media, and I'm talking about scheduling posts so that you still show up in front of your audience. I'm talking about going into your group, putting your post in, clicking the little circle, clicking the schedule button, and telling it what date and what time you want it to show up. If you are terrible at showing up in your Facebook group, you know you need to do it. You know your audience is like, I want more content from it. And you're just like, you know what is the last thing I want to do? I want them to know I'm there for them. I show up for them, but I'm just not a Facebook grouper person. Get in there and schedule stuff so that you are still present for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So you highly recommend, I mean, I do too. I recommend it, the scheduler on Facebook itself, right? Not using one of the freestanding schedulers.
You know what? Well,
what's your thought on that?
I would say now that Facebook allows you to schedule in groups, business page, personal page, whatever, use their scheduling. There are still platforms that don't allow you to do that. I would say that using like Gator Post or Post Planner or Hootsuite or whatever are still really good tools. They're going to see that you're scheduled. They're going to see that you're not actually there. So I love the fact that Facebook has jumped on board with the scheduling, because now it really does seem like you're there, even when you know for a fact that you're not. I am notorious for sitting at my kitchen table with my neighbor in the morning having coffee. She checks her phone. She's like, oh my gosh, you posted on Facebook. I'm like, good for me.
Good for me.
And I'm sitting there having coffee with her. You know, I may not be there at 9 o'clock in the morning because that's coffee time for mommy, and that's clean up breakfast time for the toddler. But audience might be there at 9 o'clock and they need to know that I'm there for them.
Yeah.
They may have a thought-provoking situation where they're just like, oh, that rang a bell. I need to message her.
Nice.
There, but I was there sharing with them. Something that they are going to need anyway.
Yeah.
Highly suggest that you automate because, like I said, you cannot be everywhere all at the same time. I always suggest that you focus mainly on 2 platforms when you're sharing. Two platforms where you physically show up, you physically post, you're physically there as often as you can be. But you're in business. You want to be on all platforms at all the time. Use the scheduling because you cannot physically be on Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, blog sites, Gmail.
Right.
You just cannot physically be there. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting at your desk all day, every day, and you're not going to have a life. Why be in business if you can't enjoy your life?
Amen. Amen, sister.
Use the tools to your advantage. Automate your business. I'm certainly not advocating that you automate your entire business because people will catch on. They will know that you're not there, and they will lose a bit of respect for you. Some might be like, power to the automation, but you do need to be there live for your audience. So I think there needs to be like a healthy balance of automation when it comes to your content.
Can I gotta watch our time here. I know we had a little bit of late start and we haven't hit everything that you wanted to hit today. How are you guys doing that are on live with us? Do you want us to keep going? Give us some, I know there's, let us know if you're okay running for a couple more minutes here. Because I know that you talked about the multiple different platforms and how you can post on multiple different things, but then I know that there's a cool little thing on reposting or repurposing.
Repurposing. I love
repurposing.
We got some hearts. Okay, so
hi, thanks, Amy.
I promise to wrap it up super quick. Okay, so repurposing your content is fabulous, especially it's fabulous, especially when you may not be the best at content creating. So maybe you create one bank of stuff and it's amazing. Say we're gonna go with an oil company. Say you want your house to smell beautiful. You want it to smell like Christmas. Maybe you can't get a real tree. Maybe you have a fake tree. It happens. But I own an essential oil company. I'm going to teach you how for a week you can make your house smell like oils or smell like Christmas using oils. So every day I write a post. About this is a Christmas smell. This is a Christmas tree smell. This one's going to make you smell like Nanny's house and whatever. You do a whole week of that and you're like, great, people loved it. They ate it up. Well, now I still need to write a blog. I need to make an email. I need to make, even if you're in the big CEO world, you need to make a commercial out of it. That's all right. Repurpose that. Take those 5 or 6 or 7 days worth of posts, put them together, tweak the wording a little bit, bam, you have a blog. Half that, or link the blog, repurposing not only your blog, but sharing it in your email. Hey guys, I just did a really good series on how to make your house smell like Christmas during the Christmas season. Check out my blog on blah, 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 and bam, you have an email. So you not only have a whole week's worth of Facebook, you have a brand new blog, and you have an email. There's 3 platforms. Maybe you make a Pinterest post on making your house smell like Christmas year round and have a pretty little Pinterest pin, and then it sends them to your blog. Not only is that going to get more traction on your blog, it made you a Pinterest post, and it all started from Facebook. Repurpose your content. You can use the same thing on all platforms because whoever's watching you on Facebook might not be in your email list, might not be looking at your blog, and might not be looking at your Pinterest board. Don't be afraid to repurpose what you've already used. That is a really big hit.
Love, 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 over the top love. It's huge. That's huge, you guys. If you are not repurposing your posts of any kind, like you're losing traction, you're losing people, you're like leaving your change on the counter, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're walking away from the dollar bill floating on the ground. Like
exactly. That is so many more platforms for people to connect with you and eventually buy your stuff.
Yeah. And that's the bottom line. You want people to buy your stuff. Mm-hmm. So you got to get in front of your people. So don't walk away from the dollar.
Exactly.
I love it. it. Before we go, I got one question that I love to ask my people. Yeah. Well, one, will you drop your links into this feed when we're done? For people can find you if they want to hook up with you, if you're, your awesome programs that you have and your services that you offer for people like me that don't like to write and we need to learn things like that.
Plans for you.
I got stuff for you. Yeah. So like make it easy for us and drop those in the feed. That'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
But one of my favorite things to ask all my entrepreneurs that come on is, if you were to go back and give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Oh, start earlier. Don't start earlier. You can do it. Just start earlier.
I love that.
You know what? I would have told myself, don't go to college. It was a waste of your money.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're not alone. So
No.
many people. How many people out there aren't doing what they went to college for?
Associates, bachelors, and a master's, and I'm not using a single one of them, kids.
Look at that, people. That's a whole lot of school.
Smart or educated. You don't. I can teach
Yeah.
you how to run a business with as little as $37.
Look
I
at
didn't
that.
get that in school.
Look at that. And that's no joke. And that's coming from a lady that's made it happen. Okay. Absolutely. Hands down made it happen. So this lady needs to go in your wheelhouse of goodness. She needs to go in your pocket. If you need some people to some amazing resource, it's this Lauren Young kid. Lauren Young kid.
Yes.
That she's got the hyphen in there. I don't know if you're hyphenated, but yeah. But reach out to Lauren.
No, Jen. No, Jen.
Hey,
No,
Jen.
I don't. No, Jen, I don't.
No, she don't like going to school. She does like. Are you a lifelong learner though?
I am a lifelong learner. I am actually still in college because I don't want to pay my student loans.
There. Oh. Right? That's a good reason to stay in college.
I tell you what, there will be a release of student loans someday, and I'm just gonna hang on until it happens.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's coming soon too, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah,
I know there's I know there's somebody else that's been on with us that's waiting for that day too. So at least one. So anyways, thank you so much for being on live with us.
You are
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
Thank you for like
All the technical
bearing with us.
We still
over
survived.
We survived.
Yay!
The moms always survive. We always find another way. And
Exactly.
I love that you spent time with us today on our platform. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks everybody. We'll see you right back here soon. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.